Fuck it. Fuck the dude, the firefighter guy. Fuck Trump. Fuck the people that support him. I just want you to know, okay? Just in case you're confused. If one of you were in the crowd and you're a conservative fan of mine and you end up, getting blown away or whatever the fuck, I'm making fun of you the next day on Twitter. I am. 100.
Yeah, no, I'm not going to get on my knees and beg for forgiveness.
I'm asking you to condemn what happened as an egregious attack on democracy. Can you do that?
No, I won't. No, I won't.
You can't do that.
I would say that if they go to a rally like this and they support an insurrectionist president, something happens to them, you learn that if you mess around and if you do dumb stuff, that there are going to be consequences.
And do you condemn the shooter shooting Donald Trump?
No. Not here, not on this program, not in front of these people. Absolutely
You do not condemn a deranged
not in front of
shooter.
These people?
Hey guys, welcome back to my channel and back to a brand new video. I don't even know how to start this video, to be honest. I mean, if you saw that intro, you pretty much know what I'm going to be talking about today and why I'm not happy. So I've been seeing this clip go around for quite some time now of a Piers Morgan segment where he is having a discussion with Dave Rubin, someone I like and respect a lot, and also some grungy kid named Destiny who looks like he crawls out of his mommy's basement while playing video games all day. Apparently this guy is a Twitch user. He does gaming online and he also does commentary politically. He's very left-leaning liberal. And they were having a discussion about what happened on Saturday when Donald Trump was shot at, and sadly a man lost his life shielding and protecting his family. And this piece of trash, which is what he is, had the nerve to say that he didn't care. Who cares? Whatever. Now, I haven't watched the clip in full, so this is my first time reacting to that specific segment when Piers Morgan was talking to this kid. So I'm gonna watch it with you guys for the first time. I may lose my mind. I'm gonna try to remain cool and stay level-headed because I don't want to be, acting crazy, but sometimes the Bronx wants to come out of me, and I gotta tame it. I gotta say, Bronx, no. We live in the South now. Stop it. So let's watch this clip together. Let's be triggered together, discuss, and analyze. Without further ado, roll it.
Let me bring in Destiny, because you've been at the center, as you know, of a massive online response to what you were saying. And I want to go through what you said, and I want to talk to you about this hopefully in a calm manner to try and understand what you were thinking. So on Saturday evening, hours after the shooting, you said, let me clarify, when I say conflicted, what I mean is I lean towards seeing it as a natural extension of the thing Trump and the MAGA kids support. So I don't think I have much sympathy about the attempt enough to chastise people celebrating it.
Unbelievable.
You couldn't find it in your heart to chastise people for celebrating the near assassination of a man who was president of the United States and maybe again?
Absolutely not. Conservatives have completely bled that well dry. And the idea that they, after engaging in the most divisive and most extreme rhetoric that this country has seen in recent history, that they would come on and beg for sympathy, that it's escalated into some kind of violent confrontation.
Who's begging?
Absolutely insane. Even the idea right now of saying, well, if you call somebody a Nazi for so long, it's, what do you expect people to do? I grew up listening to Rush Limbaugh call Obama a communist every single day he was on the radio. You've got conservatives that talk about how the mRNA vaccines were ways to sneak microchips into us. You've got COVID lockdowns that were done because the government was trying to take all your freedom away. They won't acknowledge anything that happened on January 6th. They say that the election was stolen and that your country is being taken from you. I don't think anybody should be killed. I don't think anybody should go and kill anybody. But when you engage in this type of rhetoric and when you turn the temperature up over and over and over and over again, there is absolutely no room for you to be shocked or surprised. And there certainly isn't room for you to ask for sympathy.
But you say you don't want anybody killed, and yet you say, I don't think I have much sympathy about the attempt to chastise people celebrating it. It's people celebrating the near assassination of Donald Trump. If you can't find it in you to chastise people who do that, aren't you just as despicable as the people that you've just spent the last...
Yes, he is. Yes, he is, Piers.
No, because they've led the way. This is the environment that they've created.
So you just
Oh my God. What a nut job.
Despicable is the correct course of action.
Not about behaving like the people who are despicable would be leading that type of rhetoric. It would be denying every single bad thing. How many times as a liberal? How many times as a liberal have you been on a show? Not you in general, but like a liberal been on a show and you've been forced to disavow all of the BLM riots, disavow all of the violence, and blah blah blah. And then you talk to conservatives about it. January 6th,
violence.
that was
That's good.
Flag.
Yeah.
January 6th. Oh, like conservatives disavow January 6th?
Wait. First off, there's an entire cultural machine that has lied. There's an entire
we just saw it in real time. That's it.
What?
That's why conservatives deserve absolutely zero sympathy for anything that happens as a result of their rhetoric. That's it. It's so easy. Like
It's crazy.
Crazy. What he's talking about, but I would say this is the type of person that the internet has broke their brain.
Yes.
Leaving them with very little
1000%.
empathy for their co-human. I mean, a good, decent father is now dead because of this. He's had his brains blown out because he was defending his wife and daughter. I would hope that you have a little empathy for that. He deserved that.
Well, let me jump in there because we have a clip of what Destiny has said about that very thing. Let's listen to this.
Here we go.
Fuck it. Fuck the dude, the firefighter guy. Fuck Trump. Fuck the people that support him. I just want you to know, okay? Just in case you're confused or it seems like I'm, whatever. If one of you were in the crowd and you're a conservative fan of mine and you end up, getting blown away or whatever the fuck, I'm making fun of you the next day on Twitter. I am 100%.
I mean,
What a freaking nut job. Like, what a freaking nut job to even make that comment. If one of you are my followers and you happen to be conservative and you get shot at a rally, I'm making fun of you? Like, are you nuts? Not to mention the fact that he's pretty much saying, I don't give an F about the man who died shielding his family. An innocent bystander who was just there in the crowd getting shot in the head and killed, shielding his family, and you have no sympathy or empathy for that person because of your hatred for Donald Trump and because of January 6th. What the hell does January 6th have to do with an innocent man being shot and killed by an assassin last week? Please tell me. These people are nuts. And let me tell you something. There has been so many videos that I've come across online. I think I just did a video actually highlighting some of the craziest people on the left who were literally upset because Donald Trump wasn't killed on national television. And I guarantee you this loser, this kid right here living in his mommy's basement is probably one of those people as well who was upset that Donald Trump wasn't killed on national television. If the roles were reversed and Joe Biden was on a stage giving a speech and he was shot at, I would feel the exact same way. Disgusted. Disgusted that some idiot decided to try and take matters into his own hands and ended up killing innocent people and shot at a president. Political violence should not be the answer, ever. I don't care what side of the aisle you are on. And if you are sitting here telling me that you cannot condemn an act of violence in front of our faces because of your distaste and your anger towards conservatives, then you need to have your head checked. You need a visit by the Secret Service because you clearly are an insane person. Unfreaking believable. What a troll. What a freaking troll. Not to mention the fact that he has a very punchable face. Let's keep watching.
I got to say, I just found that repulsive, Destiny. Yeah,
I wish that there is no room. There is no room for the hand wringing, and I will not participate in this anymore.
Oh, it's not hand wringing.
And the hand wringing. No,
not
it
hand wringing.
absolutely is.
No, it's just that you are positioning yourself.
So well.
No, but you prefer.
When you
No, but
are
Destiny,
in
let
a
me explain
world
to you.
where conservatives can say anything.
No, I'm not a
They can
conservative.
have any conspiracy theory.
I'm not a conservative.
They can have any plot. They can do any of these things, and then liberals are
All right,
supposed to sit here and be like,
Destiny.
And so a man getting shot is okay?
Let me explain.
Absolutely.
Let me explain.
That makes it okay?
I'm not a conservative. I'm not on either side in your race, right? Here's what I think about what you did.
This kid is pissing me off.
To fire off, as you've done so far in this debate, about your fury at how disgusting Republicans are, how inhumane they are, how they never have any empathy, blah, 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 blah.
Where's yours?
You yourself actually
Hello.
are exactly the person that
Thank
you're
you.
describing. You are inhuman. You are somebody who seems almost gleeful that a young firefighter with a family, with a wife and children, who he was protecting as he was shot dead, that he deserved what was coming to him because he went to a President Trump rally, a man who was president of the United States until recently for 4 years and maybe again. You sound almost gleeful, Destin, and I'm sorry, that makes you, frankly, despicable.
Yes. Tell him, Pierce.
I don't think I'm gleeful about anything. I don't think
are.
anybody should die. I don't think anybody deserves to die. But you want to talk about gleeful?
But
Look at the conservative response to Pelosi's husband when they broke in.
Oh, God. Give me a freaking break.
I can answer that.
With all due respect, I don't care what your
Let me answer that.
The reality is that conservatives have been turning the temperature up on the rhetoric. They have been
Whataboutism.
these types of events.
Whataboutism.
And now when something happens to them, now they're looking for sympathy from the liberal side.
No.
Absolutely not. It's insane. It's
We're not.
unhinged.
It's called being a human.
In such a manner and
here's
expect
the
people to feel
problem.
sorry when things happen.
Why should anybody on the right listen to a word of your hectoring and lecturing about how they should behave? And by the way, for the record, the mockery of Nancy Pelosi's husband when he was attacked by an intruder with a hammer was also despicable, right? I can see despicable behavior on all sides, and I'm happy to call it out when I see it. You, however, want to present yourself as this great kind of standard bearer of decency.
Sanctimonious.
Outrageous behavior on the right, time and again, and is incensed by this disgusting, inhumane behavior. And yet, time and again, since the attempted assassination of Donald Trump, you have displayed exactly the same kind of inhumane behavior. Fuck him about a fireman who is killed because he attends a rally of a guy he wants to vote for.
My issue with the MAGA kids is not that they are not empathetic. My issue is that they support a president that led an insurrection against the United States.
Oh, God, get over it. Get over it.
80 million people voted for Donald Trump last time around.
That's great. 80 million people voted for a guy that tried to insurrect the government, and it looks like they might try to do it again. I mean, like, I don't know what you want me to say. These are the facts.
It is just insane.
The idea that
So you don't like attacks on democracy. So presumably you would unreservedly condemn the attempted assassination of Donald Trump, because that's one of the most egregious attacks on American democracy in modern times. Presumably,
I don't think that
you will
anybody
take
should
this
be trying
opportunity,
to-
given you
I
are
don't
so
think anybody-
determined to protect the integrity of democracy, you would find it absolutely outrageous that someone has tried to assassinate a president, right?
Whataboutism.
If the other conservatives on this show,
There it is.
absolutely outrageous
No, I'm
that Donald
asking
Trump
you.
attempted to coup the government.
I'm asking
then,
you.
Then maybe I would. Yeah, no, I'm not going to get on my knees and beg for forgiveness or show sympathy to conservatives.
I'm not asking for that. I'm asking you to condemn what happened as an egregious attack
He won't.
on democracy.
He won't.
Can you do that?
No, I won't. No, I won't. I won't.
You can't do that.
There you have it.
Why the hell?
Absolutely
Frankly,
not.
Destiny.
Absolutely not.
Why the hell should we listen to
Absolutely
a
not.
word you have to say
Wait, hold
about?
on. Why do you think conservatives haven't been listening to a word that liberals have said about anything for 8 years?
Right,
What do you
but
think
why
is going to
should
change?
they?
You think
But
if
here's my
liberals
point,
come out now
Destiny.
and they go, "Oh my God, this was so horrible,"
But here's
they're
my
going to go,
point.
"Wow, that is true." Maybe
Wait a
that
second.
should also like.
A man was shot in the head. That's universal. That's not partisan.
Here's my problem, Destiny, with your whole position on this, right? Is that you don't actually have anything inside you that you want the other side to have. You don't have any of the empathy. You don't have any sympathy.
Tell
You
him.
don't care that someone tried to assassinate
I'm not
Donald Trump.
asking for
You don't
empathy
care
and
that a young
sympathy.
fireman
You
with a
don't need any
family
of that.
was
I'm not
killed in the
asking for that.
process. You don't
Just don't
actually.
support an
You are not the
insurrectionist.
person you want these other people to be, and all you do is play whataboutery with every question I give you. And I'm just startled.
It's not
that
what about it. We're talking about Donald Trump. We're talking about the temperature of this country. But here's a question for the two panelists. What percentage of this event happening was due to Donald Trump's rhetoric? What do they think the answer to that question is?
What percentage could it be that the other side,
Very
as
little.
we've just heard from Dave Rubin, has spent 8 years calling Donald Trump the new Adolf Hitler, a person who was responsible for the murder of 12 million people.
Oh, but that doesn't matter.
6 million Jewish
That doesn't
people
matter.
in the Holocaust. Last time I checked, Donald Trump hasn't murdered 12 million people.
Thank
so
you.
much as you would like him to be the new Hitler, he's not. But again, for
Idiot.
an impressionable young deranged mind who has easy access to guns, that can be easily interpreted as an existential threat, said President Biden. Somebody that needs to be put in the bullseye, said Biden.
Okay,
Only last
I'm
week.
curious.
And guess
Who do you
what?
think? Who do
Guess
you
what?
think?
Somebody
who do you
then
think is
comes
engaged in
forward
more
and
divisive-
tries to
who is
kill
engaged
the
in more
existential
divisive
threat.
Rhetoric? Who is engaged in more divisive rhetoric over the 8 years? If you had to guess, if you had to assign a rough percentage
Again,
between
you're playing
Democrats,
whataboutery.
Yep. That's all he does.
it's not what
Just as Joe Biden did last night, just as Joe Biden did with Lester Holt on NBC last night, every time he was asked, have you done any soul searching about your own rhetoric, your own ill-advised use of language, he deflected it back to attacks on Trump. And you're doing exactly the same thing with Republicans.
And I will do the exact same thing.
You say Republicans
you want Biden
you say
to
that they are
disavow a
lacking in
bullseye comment when Donald Trump was saying Second Amendment people could maybe do something about Hillary Clinton. Like, no, it's absolutely deranged. The double standard that's being asked here is insane. And you heard both of them say it earlier. How much did Donald Trump's rhetoric contribute to the current environment? Oh, not much at all. Like, no, yeah, I'm not going to say anything to these people. Of course not.
You see, Destiny,
Seem oddly unversed.
He sounds like a freaking Rottweiler. First of all, nobody on the right is saying that we want people on the left to feel sorrow or to feel guilty about anything. We're not asking for that. What we're saying is just be a freaking human. Like, in what universe is it okay to dehumanize another person so badly that when they get shot and killed, your answer is F them? Who cares? And when a bullet misses Donald Trump's head, your response is, damn, that sucks. I wanted to watch him die on live TV. Like, if the bar is that low that you can't understand why that's problematic, then you, sir, are crazy. You have some serious, serious mental problems. This is not a partisan issue. This isn't about the right wants the left to do this. This is about being a human. Like I said, if Joe Biden or any other liberal was standing on any podium and was shot, I would be disgusted. I would be horrified. And I definitely would be speaking out against the person doing it. Trust and believe. The fact that we've come to a place where watching somebody get shot and killed, watching somebody almost lose their life, the fact that you can't even put away your partisan lenses just for a second to say, oh my God, how horrible. You can't do that. Because doing that is conceding to Donald Trump, the insurrectionist. This guy has major TDS, Trump derangement syndrome, which is not allowing him to see straight, to think straight, to speak straight. He's freaking crazy. But January 6th, but January 6th, but January 6th. Lord, give me the patience. Give me the patience to deal with this idiot. Here's the thing. January 6th was not a great day for America, okay? It wasn't. It was a horrible day for America. It wasn't what should have happened. But Donald Trump did not march people over to the Capitol and command that they break in and cause a ruckus. He never said that. In fact, he said the opposite. He tweeted that same day, please do not be violent and respect the Capitol Police. Those are his words. That's number one. Number two, things are not exactly as they seemed because the way that the media, which is very typical of the media, the way that the media originally reported this was that every single person that went into the Capitol was an insurrectionist, was causing havoc, was punching people, was trying to kill people, wanted to kill the vice president, were violent, they had guns, all these things, right? Then it comes out a couple of years later when the raw footage comes out of the surveillance, which, by the way, Tucker Carlson had that information. He put it up on Fox News when he still worked for that channel. And as we saw, there actually were Capitol Police leading people into the building, showing them into different rooms. People who actually were on TV being called insurrectionists were the same people who the Capitol Police were letting in. Now, that's not a partisan issue. That's not an opinion. That's a fact. It happened. It was literally on camera, which is why some of those people got their charges dropped. Now, why wasn't that narrative portrayed on television and mainstream media? Because it didn't fit the narrative. That's why. This kid is rung up on January 6th and his hatred for Donald Trump, so much so that he's willing to smile with glee over the death of an innocent man shielding his family. This kid is scum, the scum of the earth.
What has happened to our culture is that the mainstream media has lied about everything, always to the detriment of right-leaning people.
What did I just say?
The Russia hoax or COVID or Brett Kavanaugh's a serial rapist or the Covington kids are racist or Jesse Smollett was hoaxed, was lynched, or whether it was very fine people on both sides. Every single lie always goes against right-leaning people. So they are slightly annoyed and distrustful of people like you and other people in mainstream media.
But are you pleased that Donald Trump got shot?
Am I pleased? No,
Yeah.
absolutely not.
What is your
Yeah,
emotion
right.
to the shooting?
My emotion is emotionally what? In terms of his personal health, is absolute indifference.
No, do you condemn the shooter shooting Donald Trump?
No.
Wow.
Not here, not on this program, not in front of these people.
Wow.
You do
Absolutely
not condemn a
Not in
deranged
front of these
shooter
people.
shooting
You are
Donald
truly
Trump.
just a child. This is not.
Actually,
this
it's
is not
not.
a
No,
competition
you know
here.
what,
We're
Charlie?
just trying to be decent human
You know what,
beings.
Charlie? It's not actually the behaviour of a child. It's a behaviour.
A monster.
Who's completely lost his moral compass and any
You're right.
sense of
You're right.
decency.
You're right.
As I
A
sit-
child
as I
wouldn't
sit-
be
And I'm going to
like
go to
this.
Dave Rubin.
They
Dave,
have
I
had
want
evil instilled
Let me
in
let
them.
Dave
Yeah, to that
Rubin.
point.
Dave Rubin, respond to what you've just heard from Destiny.
I mean, it's actually one of the most disgusting things that I've ever heard in my life. My entire staff in my studio right now all gasped at that. When I happened to be at Target, the store Target, we were checking out when I saw it on Twitter, and my heart actually sank. And I know that that is the feeling of probably 200 plus, if not 300 plus million Americans, even many of whom would vote against Trump and do not like Trump and all of those other things. The idea that you can't show sympathy or empathy for that is so profoundly sad. I would also add one other thing here, which is that the reason you're so emotive and screaming beyond the Red Bull, and dude, just ease up, man, it's not healthy for your heart, is that you really don't have good arguments. So you're petulant and screaming as opposed to just trying to work things out. We're allowed to ask questions about these things, but I would hope that you would try, as Piers is pointing out, instead of always reaching for the lowest common denominator and they're bad, so I'll be worse. I would hope that we could try to be a little bit better than that. And by the way, I think that you're seeing that right now at the Republican National Convention. Yep. They're not going crazy over all of this. They're applauding the fact that Trump's there. They're rallying around the new VP choice. And I think you're going to see a wide swath of America that maybe didn't come out for Trump before and they're not traditional conservatives.
I totally agree.
I think you're going to see them support Trump.
I totally agree. And I would say to you, Destiny.
Nothing is more emblematic
I would say to you, Destiny,
than the fact that the VP choice is a guy who's also said that Donald Trump is like Hitler.
Yeah, I would say,
perfect cherry on
he's
top to
apologized
everything.
for it and said he got it wrong.
Yeah, I would say this to you, Destiny.
And Kamala Harris accused Biden of being a racist, and he's her VP.
Right. I think after this debate, you may want to just go away quietly and think about some of the answers you've given and think about the double standard of demanding a certain pattern of behavior.
He won't do it. He's crazy.
You may or may not take my advice. You may or may not take my advice. I'm just saying, on reflection, you might conclude that the best way to persuade other people to behave in a better way is not to behave in an utterly degrading way yourself. That's all.
I think deleting a YouTube channel only takes one click, Destiny.
Right.
Yeah, right after you, Dave.
Okay, I'm going to leave it there. Thank you all very much to my panel. I appreciate it.
Wow. Wow. What a disgusting piece of trash. I want to say so much more, but I'm going to keep it PC because there was a lot of F-bombs being dropped in that video. I don't have much to say, you guys. That was disgusting. I mean, I don't care where you stand politically. If you cannot come to a human place to say that somebody being shot and killed is a very sad event, regardless of who they were or what their political beliefs were, if you can sit there and say, F them, God have mercy on your soul. Let me know in the comments down below what you think of this video. Where do you stand on someone like this? And I really hope that Piers stops putting this kid on camera and giving him a platform, because he does not deserve a platform. When you sit there and say that a person deserves to die and F them, you lose all credibility, in my opinion. If you enjoy my content, please do not forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Don't forget to hit my notification bell so you know when I post a brand new video. If you want to see more political and social commentary videos, click on the link over here to watch more of my videos. Until next time, peace.